Cool.
Yeah, that looks great. Okay, very good. Yeah, today, before we start, yes, we got a very special topic here, the gap. Yeah, you have got
Yeah.
experiences with the gap, Matthias? I think
Yes,
yes.
yes. I traded it a lot in the past. It's a really exciting kind of trading, a very cool style, I think. But you need time at a specific day of, yeah, at a specific time of the day. And this is the reason why I couldn't continue this strategy. But in general, it is a great, great strategy.
You know, there was one gap, the biggest gap that I've ever seen in my life. You know which one?
Hmm. No.
It was 9/11.
Oh, okay,
It
okay,
was
yeah.
after 9/11, the gap. You know, 9/11 was on Tuesday, and markets closed for 3 days. And the next business day was the Monday, and the Dow Jones opened with a gap of over 8%.
Well, yeah.
That was great. Okay, good. Before we start, I have to show you at first the risk disclaimer. So we took nothing of the liability regarding trading signals, market analysis generated by us. So we don't take any liability. If you've got questions about this, you can write us anytime. By the end of the webinar, I will show you the email address where you can contact us.
Okay, and in the meanwhile, just contact us every time in the chat box. I will have an eye on it and we will answer your questions as soon as possible.
Yes, that's good. Good. So this webinar is powered by our exclusive partner XM, yeah, a broker located on Cyprus, regulated by the European Financial Authorities, ESMA, and also by the CySEC. So everyone who wants, for example, to try this broker, just try out at first the demo account, type in get the access, and then you will see what amazing broker is XM, because they offering MT4 and MT5 on all devices, all I would say platforms like Windows and Mac OS, and on the browsing system. So on the
Mhm.
technical side, very very good. They
Yeah.
got a very good reputation.
Especially, it's a great benefit to have MT4 and MT5 on Mac for Mac users on
Yes.
so this is not the usual case for other brokers, I can say.
Yeah, that's great. I'm also a Mac user as well, and yes, it is. For me, it is very important. Okay, good. Yes, the gap trading strategy is also a part of the content of our premium access, yeah, premium membership. And this course is just only a small area, yes, or just a small cut of our, I would say, trading lessons in our membership. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you want to have, or if you want to see the whole lesson or the whole course, you have to become a premium membership on Tradimo. And I think we run also a campaign. So with a 50% discount, yeah, you can become a premium member, and then you would have access to over dozens of courses in different topics.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay, so let's come to the content. What we are doing today. The first one is identifying the gap, yeah, and the second is filling the gap. So the long entry. If you
Mm.
become, for example, a membership of premium on Tradimo, then you would be able also or you would get the availability, the access to the short entry as well. So
And
what we are, yes,
sorry for interrupting you. And additionally, we will have the advanced gap trading strategy. So this is on top, a further an advanced strategy to the today's simple trading strategy we want to teach you.
yes, correct. Okay, so let's go further. So the first one, identifying the gap. When you look at the candlestick chart, a gap is the difference between the closing price of one candle and the opening price of the next candle. On a chart, it would look like an empty area in between the candles. You can see this on the right side. So the first one is marked in yellow. The candle opened much slower than the previous day's close. And the second, the green shaded area shows the gap in between the candles. So,
And yeah, and maybe I can jump in here. So you see, this is, for example, the GB 100. So maybe it's the FTSE 100, not 100% sure. And what I want to say you about is really important in my opinion is that gaps are very often appears in stocks and indices and commodities, and very, very rarely in currency pairs. So if you are forex oriented, then you won't have a lot of opportunities to trade this gap strategy, to be honest.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. There are also two methods, not two methods, but more than often than not, when a gap occurs on a price chart, the price tends to fill the gap. In other words, the price in the context of the chart above will rise at the least the length of the green shaded area. So that was the chart before. Let me show it to you once again. Is this area here. And important, a gap does not necessarily happen overnight when markets are closed. It could also occur on a shorter time frame during the day.
Yes. But this is not so often, to be honest.
It's not so often, huh?
And in most cases, it will appear if the market is closed in a specific period of time. Let's say the market for stocks closed at 10 p.m. and open the next day at 8 a.m. or so. If you have a time of closing hours, then it is much more likely that you will have gaps. And then, of course, you can exploit these kind of gaps for your trading.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, gaps are very, very interesting at all. Okay. So then we are coming to the next chapter. So the long entry, what does it exactly mean? No, before we come to the long entry, of course, we have to end the chapter identifying the gap. Knowing that when a gap occurs, the price will likely fill it, we can take the advantage of these opportunity using two methods. The first one is placing a trade to fill the gap. The second, placing a trade after the gap has been filled.
Yeah.
So what is more convenient for you, Matthias?
The first one. The first one is also more likely, happens much more. And the second one, of course, is more the advanced style of gap trading.
Okay. I think I would also take your trading method, placing a trade to fill the gap.
Yeah, it's much easier.
It's much easier, and we will
Yeah,
show it now in the next chapter.
cool.
Okay, good. Yes, the long entry. Long entry. In order find this signal, we use multiple time frame analyzers. So first of all, let's go back to the daily chart used in the previous lesson, where we first observed the gap. So the first one is marked yellow. The candle opened much lower than the previous day's close. The green shaded area shows the gap in between the candles. So it's just only a repeat. And the second is when we switch to 15-minute time frame, yeah, you will see the gap as it appears on a 15-minute chart. Looks more stronger and heavy, yeah. And then in the next screen, we'll see, now wait for 4 candles to form on the 15 minutes time frame and draw a line on the highest point of the 4 candles as the following chart shows. First, 4 candles form on 15-minute time frame and horizontal line highlighting highest point of 4 candles. So this is very interesting.
And as a little explanation, so a 15-minute chart means that each candle represents 15 minutes in time. So
Yes.
this means, in other words, four 15-minute candles representing at least 1 hour entirely. So you have to wait. If you see a gap, then you have to wait 1 hour from the opening bell, and then you can draw your horizontal line on the highest point of these 4 candles.
Yeah, very important. Thanks, Matthias. Yeah, this is very, very important. So if you've got further questions regarding really these, I would say these gap trading strategy, please take the opportunity right on the chat screen and we will answer your question as soon as possible. Good. So on the next screen, we will see you will now wait for a candle to close above this line. The first 4 candles after the gap and then candles closes above the line. So that means after 1 hour and 15 minutes. Is that correct?
Yes. In this specific example, yes. But of course, sometimes it can happen that not the next candle closes above the horizontal line. So maybe the third, fourth, or fifth candle after the first four candles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then we come to the next one. So this is your signal to place a long trade. The price breaks the high of the first four candles. So on the second, marked blue, long trade when the candle has closed above the line.
And you need to wait for the closing price of this candle, because otherwise maybe the candle just jumps up and then goes down again and close below the horizontal line, and then of course it's not a valid entry.
Yes, absolutely. So a little bit more patience.
Yes. Patience is always good in trading.
Yes, of course. I'm absolutely with you. Yeah, patience is very, very important. Patience and discipline. Okay. Next screen. The stop loss is placed just below the low price of the current of the day. So that means the price on the first, marked yellow, the price breaks the high of the first four candles. The second, marked blue, is the long entry, and marked red is the three stop loss placed below the low of the current day.
Simple, I think.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Or any questions from you guys? Just
Oh,
let
let
me
me
know.
see. Let me see.
No, no.
Javier. Javier is writing here.
But I guess it's just a simple no. I'm following nicely. Okay.
Okay, very good. Sounds great. Yeah, thanks for following nicely. After the webinar, I would appreciate if we could take a little bit time for rating this webinar, because for us it is very important to make things better, or what you are missing, or what is also bad, and so then we know for the future what we can make more better.
Yeah.
Good. So we are coming now to the last screen. The profit target is be placed just beneath the low of the prior day, the top of the gap. So marked yellow, the first one, the price breaks the highs of the first four candles. 2, of course, the long entry. 3, that's the stop loss placed below the low of the current day. And 4, that is very important, take profit placed just below the low point of the prior day where the gap fills.
And maybe some of you argue that the risk reward ratio is not that good. And yeah, this is the case in this specific example, to be honest. But in most cases, the space between the entry and the stop loss level is not that big as here it is. And sometimes the space between the entry and the take profit is much bigger. So in most cases, the risk reward ratio is something about 1 to 1. And then, of course, the hit rate is more than 50%. And this in total makes the strategy profitable.
Yes, that's very good. So I can also suggest to everyone, if you want to check this off, for example, just for example, open a demo account, for example at XM, at our partner, and just watch also on the historical way, on the historical data, for example, last year or 2 or 3 years before, in different products, where you can see gaps and when they have been filled, and then you can check this out. I will put the link in the chat screen. Just use it, open a demo account, and just to see, for example, the examples in real trading markets. So this is very, very interesting. Yeah.
They offer a lot of commodities, indices, and of course a lot of stocks.
And I
In
can,
the stocks world, it works the best, I think.
yeah, and I can guarantee you will see a lot of gaps.
Yeah.
So, for example, today we are now in the time where markets are very emotional, in a very emotional movements, thanks to, for example, Trump, the president of the United States. When he twitters something, then you can see a lot of gaps, I think.
Yes, that's unfortunately correct.
Yes, unfortunately, absolute. Okay. So, unfortunately, we came to the end of the webinar. So if you have got questions, you can contact us direct, support@tradimo.com. There you will reach Matthias and myself. We will help you anytime. And yes, this gap trading strategy, this content, this course is it was only a small part, of the Tradimo course. If you want to see the full the full part of the course of gap trading strategies. I think there are also short entries, and there was also another one, a breakout. Yeah.
Yeah, the advanced stuff is, for example, if the gap is closed, then you can enter the next trade. This is the advanced trading gaps trading strategy.
Ah, okay.
And I can also give you the link to the course.
Ah, very good.
The first, the first and the best thing, to be honest, is to become a premium member. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe you want to check just the course. Oh, this is the German one. This is the English one. So then you can get it here and have a look what the syllabus look like, what modules it, what text, and what videos, and so on. So there you have a rough overview about the specific gaps trading strategy course.
Yes, that's very good, Matthias. Yeah. So everyone who is interested, just log in and just see the whole course. I think the next topic next week will be the hunter strategy. Yeah.
Yes, the 15-minute trend hunter
Yeah,
strategy.
this would be also very, very interesting. So everyone who wants to attend to the webinar, so next time will be also very, very exciting. And there you will see a different strategy to learn more and deeper the financial markets.
Cool.
Okay, very good.
I'm looking forward.
Very good. Yeah. So yes, this webinar is recorded. So I think later tomorrow I will upload this, and then you can watch this anytime if you wish. Everything, and under support@tradimo.com you can contact us anytime.
Perfect, Timo. Thanks.
Thanks, Matthias. Thanks for your attention. Sorry, thanks that you attended as well. And see you next time.
Yeah, see you next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.